Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Thursday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, and I help folks create a side income using social media. Welcome. What is happening? I know you may not believe this is happening because, well, one, it's leap year and leap day, and two, it's leap day, and two, it's PK, and two, it's a very decent hour for side gig Sean. I mean, come on, even in the East Coast, it's a decent hour. Yes, leap day, leap year. So, Jenny, even Jenny is awake. I mean, I am doing real good if Jenny is awake. So, extremely decent, yeah. So I have a decent live for you tonight. A couple nights ago, I did a live on, hey, some people are an investment, some people are a bill to you, right? Well, if you were to piggyback on that concept, okay, here's what I got to share with you. There's two places where people help others out. There's only two places where they come from, right? And I know you're going to know what these two places are. It's just important to pay attention. One is pay attention to the people you encounter with, right? Where they're coming from. And then two is you kind of want to pick and choose which side you want to be on. I'll tell you in a sec. But have you ever reached out to somebody, maybe in the profession, maybe a friend, whomever, and asked out for help? Oh, I'll put you on pause for a second. A couple people have told me, and now I'm so conscious of it. A couple people have told me when I do my lives, I my eyes and my head just wanders everywhere, and I don't focus straight on the lens. Um, Here I did it again. All right, I'm gonna do my best. And the reason for that, I'll give you this. I may have to. Here I go again. See, my thing is maybe I have ADD, but maybe I have ADD. I have ADD. But when I was in the mortgage industry and I was on the phone and I would walk, you do, I do. Oh no, you do you. Oh, you do you. Yeah. Well, thank you. Well, I wasn't when I was in the mortgage industry. I would be on the phone for I don't know, so long. I'd be at the office from like 5:55 a.m. till 10:30 at night, right? So most of the time I'd be on the phone following up or, calls for leads and what have you. And if you'd come by my cubicle, you would rarely see me there, which is kind of weird. You'd rarely see me there unless I'm doing paperwork or doing some kind of a paperwork or following up on the side or setting up schedule for the next day, right? And I was known for that. And if I was not at my desk, they would look down the hallway or they would look from the window downstairs in the parking lot, and most likely I had my headset on, and some of you actually have worked in that office with me, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I would have my headset on and I'd be talking and walking and pitching uh, my prospects. So I was never at my desk. I would be walking around with my headset, and I was then never the kind of guy that I would not talk with my hands. So I do talk with my hands. So you'd see this guy, this weird Persian guy with a headset on and just walking. Oh, and then my shoes would be at my cubicle. Well, unless I was in a parking lot, but all around corporate, like we're talking 15,000 square foot. I was known for this. My shoes would be at my cubicle, and I'd be walking around with my socks and like fully decked on, like suit and tie and everything. Talk about digressing. So that's kind of maybe where it comes from. I'm gonna I'm gonna pay more attention to it. I'll pay more attention to the camera. Somebody asked me if I was on drugs. I was like, "Are you serious?" I wonder how many more people think that way. I hope you don't. But so man, I digress. Like anyway, back to today. I would die working in an office. Love the ambulance and oh yeah, office is definitely is a tough one. I yeah, more than 20 years in an office, so I can definitely talk about cubicle life forever. I could probably do 10 lives on cubicle lives, you know. So tonight, if you ever have you ever asked somebody for help, like you've reached out, maybe a friend or a close friend, or maybe a sibling, maybe a parent, grandparent, whomever, right? Maybe a coworker, upline, downline, sideline, a guy across the street, a girl next door. Have you ever like reached out to somebody and like asked for a helping, like asked for help? Now, it could be financial, it could be spiritual, mental, physical. Hey, I need this moved, all kinds of stuff, right? And you can tell by the way, I thought about myself. I'm like, oh my God, here we go. Um, you can tell by the way people will deliver that kindness to you, where it's coming from, right? Some people are kind hearted, right? And if you ask them for help, either they'll tell you yes, and you can count on that help, or they say, no, I really wouldn't be able to do that. And you know that that comes from a good place. So these people are kind hearted people. They have, they have built a reputation for themselves. They have that kind of credibility, if you would, that if they tell you, hey, listen, I can or I can't, you can count on both of them, right? And you know that it's sincere. Why? Because it comes from the heart. So when somebody gives you a helping hand, you can tell if they really want to give you that helping hand, right? Or oh, it's like, right, or really they don't. You can tell if it's sincere, genuine, or it's got some attitude, all mixed in, right? So from two places. One, some people, you know what? They're kind and it comes from the heart. The other side is this: they help you, they absolutely help you, right? But it comes with a price tag. Remember, those people are the bill people. So whatever they do for you, it comes with a price tag. Now, it may not be an immediate price tag, right? It may not be like, hey, they want to cash that in right away. They will come back and say, hey, by the way, remember that time I did this for you? Yeah. All right. It's time to pay up. It's time to kind of do the favor, right? So there's always a catch with these people. There's a price tag, right? There's something that you can get, like there's an intention, there's a zing to them saying, yeah, I'll give you a hand. For example, let's say you ask somebody for some help. I can't say no. I have people who don't even sign up with, that's awesome. Um, Everything and body have a price. Some, the price is already paid, But let's say, for example, you And here could be the price. It's not always like, oh, a monetary price, right? It's coming back. Like, you got to do them a favor. You got to repay this somehow, right? Sometimes it's like this. Sometimes you do something for someone, and or you ask somebody for help, and they'll give you the help, and they'll give you, like, as a, that price tag. It'll come with a load of um, lecture, not in a form of constructive criticism, but it comes in a form of lecture. Like, for example, they gotta tell you now what to do. They gotta direct you. They gotta have that thing on you, right? They make you feel bad about asking them for help. They make you feel guilty, right? They make you feel like almost ashamed of yourself for asking them for help. Have you ever had people like that? It's like you almost give up on humanity. You're like, there are people like that out there, right? They make you feel so horrible, so bad about asking for help, right? So that's a huge price tag when you're giving somebody a helping hand, but at the same time, when you're giving that helping hand, you're loading that up with a bunch of guilt. That's not real giving now, is it? It's more taking than giving. Samir, hello, hello. Namaste. So it's not about the giving, it's not about the act, because you can be giving all day, but where is it really coming from? Right? So it's not about the act of giving, because you can buy a homeless guy a burger and then cuss the guy out while you give him a burger and give him a guilt trip about being homeless, right? So make sure one, you can identify the source when you're getting the help, and two, make sure, hey, listen, you got to pick the side, right? And I can tell you this side where you give people guilt and feel bad about helping them out, and you're like rush and this and that. I can tell you that's going to be a lonely group. People are not going to stick around in that group with you for a long time. It just won't happen, right? You flip the switch, you come on this side, and hey, maybe you can't give as much, but the amount you give is so sincere and so comes from the heart and is so much more meaningful, right? So it's not the amount or the act. It's really where the intention lies. Where is it really coming from? Okay. I hope you guys got some help, some inspiration, some value from this. I appreciate you guys. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. I know I haven't done any like quotes of the day or any other post. Like literally today, I've been I spent half of the day with my mom, but the rest, I mean, everything is